one thing I could never stomach about living in Santa Carla. All the damn vampires.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pubstomp, a podcast about games, TV shows, movies, and pop culture in general. Every episode, we discuss topics that we find interesting. Come join our shenanigans.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Pubstomp Podcast. As you can tell, the mic quality kind of sucks. That's my fault, my mistake. But it doesn't matter because we're going to be talking about an 80s movie called The Lost Boys. If you haven't seen this movie, it's probably going to be, you can watch it on the plane, you can watch it on anything, but it's very, we'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what's up, Tyler, man? What's up, Tyler?
How's it going?
What's up, Mexy?
Howdy.
Man, I've seen you guys so much in the past few weeks. It's like,
Sick of us yet?
No, dude. I still don't like. I still want to move back to Arizona. It's just so dry, so dry. I miss the trees, man. But don't worry about the trees because we were inside watching TV, right? And apparently there was some big announcement, DC FanDome, something like that. I didn't catch it, but you guys told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were excited about some stuff more than others. Maybe Mexi can tell us about Superman. I don't know. But maybe it's too soon.
Superman was outside of it.
Oh, outside of it. Outside of the DC fandom. So, okay, fine. Then maybe you can still tell us a little bit later. So what was the DC fandom? Was it just a bunch of movies that got announced? It's kind of like the Disney, like...
So people don't go to San Diego Comic-Con anymore. Everybody does their own thing. And so Disney has been doing theirs for a while now. And last year, because of COVID, DC was like, you know what? We can do our own one too. And DC FanDome was born.
So is this the first year?
No, this is the second year they do it.
Ah, gotcha.
Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. They showed like trailers for the new Batman. They announced the actual release date, which is March 4th next year. They showed the first trailer for Black Adam, which was huge. Everybody's like, Black Adam, because it's The Rock doing Black Adam.
Oh, it's The Rock? Nice. I need to watch that trailer.
And then they showed the teaser for The Flash, which is some kind of multiverse thing. Disney's in their multiverse, so why not?
Right.
And then they showed a reels for the new Aquaman, and then the new Shazam movie that's coming out as well. So
okay,
it's a lot of like announcements, and then they did the teaser for the Peacemaker show.
See, that's the one I care about. Everything else is like, it's all right. Peacemaker.
It's so funny that that's the one you picked. That's awesome.
I mean, because from the movie we watched, what was it called?
Yeah,
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You kind of have a connection. All the other characters, it's so different from what I grew up with. I grew up with like the cartoons, and then the games, and then like it's a whole world different. Like, it's just not the same. So
back when you
Peacemaker,
didn't care about things coming together.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't care about it now, but I guess I have to care now because everybody's putting everything together. It's like, why are you making movies so complicated?
You run a pop culture podcast. You need to care. Anyways,
that's just my 2 cents.
They also showed some video game trailers, like Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. So that's pretty cool. They had a lot of cool stuff to show.
Okay. Did you have to pay to attend this event, or is it just like, I mean, I went to theverge.com and I saw what they announced, so I don't know if the event is like you pay and then you can watch it.
Honestly, I have no idea. Since I'm not a huge DC fan, I never really cared to look up like how do you go.
I just woke up and YouTube was filled with DC trailers.
I know they do it online, like they do streams online and stuff, but I don't know if people can actually go. Right? Last year, obviously not because COVID. But...
Cool. Yeah, that's cool, man. So, I mean, the Superman announcement. What was that part of then?
Oh boy, the internet. Love this.
The internet.
So on National Coming Out Day, DC
Oh,
announced.
there's a date for that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a date for it. Yeah. That's why it's a big deal. So on National Coming Out Day, they announced that Jonathan Kent, Superman's son, is bisexual. No. Not the reaction I was
way.
There you go.
No, I'm just trying to be like, no way. I don't know. Look, you had already told me this. I'm trying to be organic here, but yeah, man, that's cool. Look, I think it's more shocking once you see like so when you hear it, it's like, all right, it's not a big deal. But then when you see like the Superman suit, and then he's kissing a little boy, or like, I don't know if it's a little boy.
Not kissing a little. Whoa, he's bisexual, not a pedophile.
Yeah, not a pedophile.
It's just a young boy, a young man. There we go.
He also a young man. They're two young men kissing each other.
Look, man, it's just like with the muscles, Superman looks older. You know, he's like ripped, right? It's just like, I honestly have no problem with it. He can do whatever he wants to do. So, hey, man, more power to you. But so what was it a big deal? Because
because people are like, oh, my Superman doesn't kiss, man. He's red-blooded American, and it's like stupid.
But he's not American.
But like, I was gonna say he was born in America, but no, he was raised in America, right?
Yeah.
He reads the red, white, and blue. I mean, I don't care. I think it's ridiculous, and it's not like we're losing the straight Superman. We just have another character who.
We don't know if he's straight. We don't know.
Well, yes.
He could have been faking this whole time. He could be bi.
No, like he's in love with Lois Lane. We know that for a fact.
But bi means you like both, right?
No. This is what I'm saying, man. We have this character. He's straight as far as anybody knows, and now we have this other character, and people, he's bisexual. It doesn't. You're not losing one to get the other one, right? You have both. It's okay. You can have two Supermans, and it doesn't really matter because there's like different multiverses of Supermans, right? Like, so if one of them's gay, who cares?
I mean, there's bound to be one that's gay, right? Because if you have a multiverse, it's a probability.
Yeah, it's it's just such a non-issue that people made it an issue.
Yeah,
like a lot of.
But
things.
I mean, I'm all. Huh? Yeah, but also DC was angling and stuff. It's like, yeah, let's stir the pot. Let's make some noise.
No, DC was super excited to do this because the guy who's writing it was like, "Hey, can we do this?" And they were like, "Yeah, hell yeah!" Because, like I said, it doesn't the way that I heard it explained by the guy was like, if one more having a bisexual Superman, you don't lose anything. There's nothing that's lost there. But if you have one and certain people are represented finally, you just gained a bunch of people finally seeing themselves somewhere else, right? So it's like you're not losing the straight Superman. You're just gaining, a bisexual Superman, and it's fine. Like it's like, who cares, right? You're not losing anything to gain something. And I think that's the mentality that a lot of people have that see this as wrong. Is like, oh, I'm losing my Superman, and you're not. So shut up. I'm not crying because I don't have a Mexican Superman. I'm just saying. The one Mexican Superman they did, he's evil, kind of.
He's evil, yeah. But, I mean, we did lose somebody. Oh. Kanye West is no longer Kanye West.
Oh, he's still Kanye West. He's now just Ye.
He's Ye West.
No, I think his name is just Ye now.
Oh, it's just Ye? With no last name?
No.
Okay.
Like Prince. Prince became a symbol.
Nice. Okay, cool. Anyway.
Unrelated. It's going to have the same effect.
That was like all random.
Like, try.
But it doesn't matter. Well, that's the news. A lot of DC stuff coming up. If you read comics, you're gonna get a different flair of Superman, which is exciting. I think you have to see the pictures. We'll post in the show notes. I think it does make it does make a splash. Let's just say that. So it's cool. It's exciting. Exciting.
Makes a splash if you're weird.
Why isn't it's not weird? It's just like in your it's different. What's it called?
Flair. It's just not the. When I saw it, I was just all right.
Yeah, because I haven't seen. If you've seen, it's like a different tone, right? Like it's not the same as the other comics as you see before. Like whatever. Maybe you don't. Maybe it doesn't matter. Use your own judgment. Look at it. Let us know. in the comments. uh, anyway, but what did make a splash was 80s movies, man. It's freaking The Lost Boys. Oh man, dude, that's Mex's recommendation because we're in October, spooky season, and this is, I guess, Mexi, you like this movie? You've seen it so many times. I've never seen this before.
I love this movie. You've never seen it? They used to pass it in the Canal 5.
Yeah,
Channel
I guess I
5.
must have missed it. Yeah, Channel
Alright.
5. Yeah, I must have missed it. Tyler, have you seen this before?
No, never.
Heard of it?
Maybe I've heard of it once or twice.
Maybe.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Did you ask your dad
okay.
at all about it? Or your parents?
I didn't. I mean, I watched it today, so I didn't really have much time, but I will.
Yeah.
I am
Good
curious
idea.
about that. I'm glad
Yeah.
we've moved on from the 80s. I don't hate it though. I don't hate it. So I'll tell
Hey
you.
man, they were styling, alright?
That they had some style, yes. A lot of that's coming back around.
Yeah, everything goes in cycles, right? But yeah, it's a vampire movie, placed in some town in California.
Santa
And the
Clara.
premise, Santa Clara.
Santa Carla.
and Santa Carla. Yeah. there you
No,
go.
Santa Clara,
I
wasn't
think
it?
No, they say specifically Santa Carla in the movie.
I
Because
yeah,
I
Santa
thought
I
Clara.
it
think
was
it's a
weird.
made up place. It's a made up place.
But I mean, it's based
It's a made
on-
up town. Yeah. And that's I mean the premise is these kids family moves to this town, apparently there's vampires and they fight them. They need to know more. That's it.
Mhm.
They end up winning. But it's a lot of weird stuff in the movie that I want to talk about. But I guess we'll do the round table since we always do this. So Maxi, we'll start with you because we know what you want to say. Just say it.
Movie
you like this
sucked
movie?
and nobody should see it. I'm just kidding. I really like this movie. I remember watching it a lot when I was a little kid. It was like just one of those summer movies, and like it's vampires, and like my mom loves vampire stuff, so I would see it all the time. I really like it.
Okay. Tyler?
It's alright. to pull out Mexi's line. Nah, it was okay. It was okay. It was good. As a 80s classic movie, if you're in the mood to watch an 80s classic movie, you know, it's like it's hard for me to get in the mood to watch. It's like the storytelling in movies has changed so much.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a mind shift to get into it, but
Yeah.
it was like, I mean, when you watch it, you know what you're watching, so it was entertaining for sure.
Cool. All right. And yeah, I resonate with everything you said. I honestly, at first, it was so hard to watch. I started watching it on the plane, and I was like, I can't. It's just like, why are we doing this? Like you said, it's a mind shift. You have to like switch your what is it called, like gears a little bit to like, okay, I'm watching an 80s movie. The pacing's gonna be all over the place. But once
Academy Award winning film, all right? Like
no, it's fine. But it's just like the style is different, and then once you get into it, it does get better, but it starts pretty rough.
Hey,
Need
Trina,
that
are there any jobs around here? Nothing legal.
Oh my god.
That's the
Yeah,
best
dude,
line.
there's this movie. It's just like I want to talk more about some of the scenes because I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So anyway, yeah, I enjoyed it towards the middle portion. The beginning and the end are a little bit rough for me, but I think that the middle section was solid.
The ending
That's
was
fair.
the best part.
I don't know.
The ending was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So I guess do you want to talk? Mexi said he had favorite characters, so for me it's kind of weird. I guess we can do that. We'll pick a character and we'll talk about them. So Mexi, just tell us who's your favorite character.
I have such a favorite character.
Yeah.
It's the grandpa. Every time I see the grandpa, it's the best, man.
Yes. But that's the best line in the movie. But go on.
The grandpa was just so good. He's funny, and then he's all like, in one of the scenes is like, I guess I'm not the only one that got laid. So like,
Yeah.
uh,
The
yeah.
situational comedy was so funny.
Yeah, and there's like that scene where they're carrying the girl and the kid up the stairs, and he's not concerned that they're carrying two bodies up the stairs. He's like, did you fill up the gas tank? No.
Yeah,
Now
no.
you know. Like, it's just like, all right, kids will be kids, I guess. I like the grandpa. That was the best.
So that was your favorite character? Yeah, I guess
man.
he's kind of like out of place, right? Because just like everybody's like all serious.
But he like wraps up the story too.
Yeah.
Like, in the end, he wraps it up, and then he delivers like the closing line. You know, it's like one thing I could never stomach about living in Santa Carla, all the damn vampires.
That's a good line.
Dude, at the ending, I was like, "What the hell did I just watch?" It's like,
he backs up and he's like, Grandpa Van Helsing with his steaks coming out of his truck. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, how did he know he needed to round the house?
It's 80s.
It's the 80s, man. I mean,
just, like,
to be fair though, like you're hearing, like you're probably driving home, you're seeing your house like happening because like one of the vampires blew up, one of the other ones had like a beam of light coming towards them, one of them died by a stereo. Like you're driving home, you're like, shit going down at home.
Yeah.
Like, you can see that.
I guess.
Or you know, the 80s.
Or the 80s, yeah.
I literally thought he was a California Van Helsing. Because who drives around with a truck full of steaks?
Well, it wasn't the truck full of steaks. I think he just ran, because earlier in the scenes you see him pulling down the a wooden post fence. So I think he just rammed that. Yeah, I think he just rammed the fence and they went through with him.
You mean they had that good of continuity and I missed it?
Yep. Yes, you did, sir.
And you mentioned, I think you told me yesterday that you can see the grandpa preparing for like fighting vampires, right? So I guess he kind of knew already.
So I rewatched it today. So like one of the first lines that he mentions is like Santa Carla is the #1 murder capital of the United States or something. And like later in the scenes, you could see a lot of missing persons pictures. They make it really obvious that people just die here. So like, so the grandpa knew from the beginning. That's why he's always being weird and shit.
I think he's just being weird because it's a weird grandpa.
Yeah, but I mean, he knew at the end when he's like, "Oh, it's all the damn vampires." Like he knew from the beginning that there's a lot of vampires in the area.
Tyler, do you have I guess that Mix already stole it, but.
Oh yeah, he was my favorite too.
He's my favorite character.
Oh, and I guess my second favorite would be the comic book boys. The I don't know, the one with this obnoxiously deep voice that didn't make any sense.
He was making a raspy voice, right?
I don't even know off the whole time. Yeah.
Are you talking about the Corey?
Maybe one of the comic book kicks. Yeah. Does he just naturally have a deep voice?
Yes.
It says Edgar Frog and Alan Frog. That's their names in the movie.
Yeah, that's
so those two guys, the comic book guys, yeah.
So that guy and the main character, dude, from the little brother, they were known as the Coreys in the 80s. They were super famous because they were in all kinds of movies together.
Together?
They called them the Coreys.
Yeah. So his voice is naturally that deep. That's not like he's not forcing it.
Nah, that's
fascinating.
Awesome. No, man.
It just doesn't sound natural. Like, I mean, nothing against it.
No, it doesn't. I thought he was faking it. I thought he was gonna drop it later, but I guess he never did.
I thought the vibe was like a kid doing an adult voice. That's what I thought they were doing because he was trying to be all tough. Okay. Today I learned.
At that point, he was probably, the movie's 87. So he was around like mid-teens, mid-teens.
Yeah, I guess actors are usually a little older than they look too, so that's fair. But yeah, they were cool. The scene where they like, we haven't talked about scenes yet, but whatever. When they they're like armed to the teeth with their stakes and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Nice. So, all right. So I'll go my favorite character. So honorable mention, the saxophone guy. He had nothing to do in this movie, but damn, did he have a long scene. That thing went for like 5 minutes. He played the entire song, man. I was like, that's like, I looked him up. It's like, is this guy famous? But he's not. He was part of
Is
some band with some lady.
is
I don't
that the
know.
scene where the dude's looking for Star, the girl? Like he's just like staring
That's
at
when
her?
he meets her, when he stares
Okay,
at her,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And they're at
yeah,
the concert, and then this guy's just rocking because wearing his big chain, this buff dude playing the
yeah.
saxophone. It's like all
It's
greased up. He's playing the saxophone for a long time. For a movie?
it's the precursor to the saxophone guy.
Yeah, the precursor.
You know
Yeah.
which one, the meme?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, the meme. So I thought it was the same guy. I was like, let me look this guy, but it's not the same guy. Yeah, but it's
That's great.
that to me. I mean, it's not my. It's just an honorable mention because I really don't have a favorite character. They're all like all over the place.
Okay.
My second favorite would have to be Star. She had like 3 lines. It's like no, and then like, what was the main character's name? Freaking
Michael.
like Michael's.
Michael and
Michael,
Sam.
no.
It's blood.
Yeah, Michael. Michael, no. That's all she said the whole movie. Michael, no. Michael, are
It's
you
blood.
okay?
It's blood.
It's blood.
It's blood, Michael. Yeah, so those two.
But later on in the movie, he's like, "It was blood." She's-
Yeah, he's like, it was
like,
blood,
you
wasn't it?
don't.
Like, yes, you dumb.
yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Was she a vampire too?
Yes, she was a half vampire.
How does that
She
work?
Because she hadn't killed somebody yet.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good.
But she
that's a
never
good-
turned.
That's a good talking point because I'm curious, like how standard this is as far as vampire stories go.
Yeah, let's get into that because
Sorry.
that gets into that. Yeah, we can go into that, right? So
Mhm.
we
I
don't
mean
know
to
where
throw
the
you off
vampires
track,
come
but
from.
yeah.
No, that's fine. Perfect segue because I'm curious about that because I knew everybody in the gang was a vampire, but we never see Star turn. We see everybody else turn, but not
Mhm.
not her. And she's a half vampire. Who did Michael kill? He didn't kill anybody.
He didn't kill anybody, so he
But
was
he
the
didn't
full
turn
vampire
yet
either.
either. Yeah.
No,
Her kid was a full vampire.
Wasn't her kid either. But go on.
Really? Because he had teeth.
Yeah, but I don't think
No, it
he
wasn't
was
her kid. It was just a kid.
It was just a kid.
a
Okay.
kid. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so,
you see him in a milk carton at one
in
point.
a milk carton. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it was some kid, but he also didn't turn. He did turn, but he wasn't. Was he a full vampire?
No,
Oh, he
No.
wasn't. Oh, that's true. Because
No.
he became normal again.
because they were in
Yes.
the sun, remember, and they didn't
Yeah.
blow up.
But he was the only half vampire that they showed with teeth, which I thought was weird. But maybe it's just
Also,
'cause-
Michael had teeth.
Michael had
Michael
had
teeth.
teeth?
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I missed a lot with this one. Sorry, I was trying to watch it while I was working.
No, it's all
okay.
good. Well, it's okay. But yeah,
It's
so
okay.
Michael did like go half vampire
Mhm.
at the end, and the
When
little
did-
kid scared the crap out of me.
That was a scary
turn.
scene as a kid too.
Yeah.
Dude, startling. I didn't expect that thing to come. It was scary too. The vampires, they didn't hold back. They looked so scary.
Yeah, they did.
So I don't know. So rules, do they match up? Is that how?
I mean, it
vampires
varies across different like films and stuff. Because I know I've seen that one, but I've also seen that for werewolves. Like werewolves need to kill somebody before they turn into full werewolves. Or like they have to kill their best friend, like in the case of.
Damn.
So they just like pick and choose. I mean, I guess I've seen a few vampire movies, and they're all a little different. Because in this one, he was
Yeah.
like, garlic doesn't work.
Right.
You know.
The holy water does.
But holy water.
That one I
does,
don't
yeah.
get at all.
Because they're the
Yeah.
spawn of Satan, man. Why does it
I
crossword?
guess.
Because Jesus.
But why does the garlic not work? I
Because it's
guess.
stupid. Why would garlic work?
Why would holy water work?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Because they're literally like they made a deal with the devil, right? And, like
I see.
supposedly that's how Dracula came about, or like
Mhm.
because Dracula is the progenitor of all
Progeny.
vampire,
Or never mind.
and so
trying to
he
use
made a deal
fancy
with the
words.
devil, and then
Okay.
holy shit works against evil shit, right? Like
Yeah, all right, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I mean, for what it's worth, but so drinking. So normally in other movies, the way I knew it is if a vampire bites you, then you become a vampire too. In
Yeah.
this
that
case,
also varies. That also varies.
Yeah,
Because
I
in
see.
some of the movies you have like if you watch like Twilight and like Blade and all that, like it's a poison. Like they have something when they bite you, their like spit turns you into a vampire.
Mhm.
some of them they do like you have to drink my blood and then you become a vampire too. That's what keeps that's how they keep it pure, right? Because like otherwise anybody that they eat would turn into a vampire. Like sometimes you have to kill people, So that's also varies.
Okay. So in this one, Michael drank, or everybody drank somebody's blood.
Yep.
And then it became okay. Yeah, I don't know. That was fine. So I guess one thing I wanted to point out or talk about was the cave scene when Michael follows these guys into the cave scene and eating that food.
Yeah. I
Chinese
hated
food.
that scene.
That's so
I didn't
weird.
understand it. I was like, how are they also like vampires
Psychic
do
power, man.
magic too? Oh, psychic
Psychic,
powers.
yeah.
I see. So they can fly. They have psychic powers, and
Sometimes they fly
fangs.
uncontrollably. That
yes.
one's fun. I had never seen
Yeah.
that one before.
They turned
It's
into
like-
air. Help me!
Help me!
Ah!
Yeah, that was frustrating to watch, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the cave scene, that's where Michael turns, follows these guys, and he's okay. Rewind a little bit. So, Michael finds Star, and he's like, "Oh, let's go eat." And then Star's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with you." And then like the main bad guy, or I forget his name, but the blonde vampire. He's like, "Star, let's go," and then she just goes. It's like, does he have any power over her? Or like, what's the deal? I don't understand
That's
that.
funny. That was the scene I realized. Oh, we're watching a vampire movie.
No. So, man, these are all continuity, man. You guys missed all this stuff. So the plan was she was supposed to kill him and make him that was supposed to be her first kill.
Oh no, he's talking about the first cave scene.
Yeah. So at that point, the whole
okay.
point of her going with him was because he was supposed to be her first kill, so that she would turn into a full vampire.
Mhm.
But
Oh.
they couldn't kill him because the daddy vampire wanted him so that he could turn him to a vampire to convince the mom to turn into a vampire. 4D chess here, man.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so okay.
that's
Yeah,
true.
they talked about that a little bit at the end, but I didn't backtrack it to the beginning. I should have watched it again so I can kind of see that.
It's okay, man. I got 20
It's fine.
plus years of watching this movie. I
Yeah,
know,
you
I
got-
know
you
this
got it.
movie.
Cool. Now the movie is more interesting.
Yeah.
But
It's actually got really good continuity. I know you guys are hating on it, but it did a pretty good job of tying things together.
The continuity
There are
is
things
fine.
that are
it's
off.
the 80s pacing.
Yeah.
Pacing.
That it's a little strange because it's
Yeah.
he's chasing after this girl in a creepy way. Honestly.
yes, very
And-
creepy. He just looks
and
at him
then-
like, "I'm gonna
yeah.
chase you."
And then this group of dudes are kind of I guess is that a mind control thing there? The reason why he
For what?
followed is because they kind of convinced him to.
Nah, because he was jealous because his alpha male
Yeah,
shit,
but see,
right?
that
you
doesn't-
took the
that's so
girl. You took the
weird.
girl that I wanted to bang.
So I'm gonna go hang out with you and ride
Yeah,
dirt bikes
yeah.
with you.
He wants
That's
to be
so
part of the
weird.
cool kids, man. That's
But
cool
I
kids
wrote that
club.
off as 80s kind of.
Yeah, man. It doesn't.
thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, we could explain it in a whole bunch of different ways. All I know is that when they went into that cave, and as a child, I hated that scene because it was the scariest scene in the world. They're like, "Eat the rice, Michael. How's the maggots, Michael? Ugh, maggots!" And then it's rice. And then he looks at it. It's worms. It's worms. It's just noodles, Michael. I like how they just say his name, Michael.
Michael, the whole movie, Michael. Yeah. So
And
I
then
guess
this-
since we're on this, he's like, go ahead.
And then the chick's like, "Don't drink it. It's blood." And he's like, "Ha! Stupid. You've been saying that all day." And then he drinks it.
And so I have two scenes that I want to
Can I
talk trash about.
talk trash
Wha-
about one scene first?
Yeah. Go ahead.
This scene I've never been able to figure this out. So after the scary I'm floating away and he's figuring out he's becoming a vampire, he
Yeah.
goes to the cave to go talk to Star,
Mhm.
and then they kiss and then they have sex. That's why?
Yeah, I did not get that at all. I was like, I guess you have to have a sex scene because it's a scary movie.
It was the 80s, right? It's like this scene made no sense. This sequence of events is It's okay, Michael. Sex. Like what?
It's like an 80s like the scene where they like fade the one scene over.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
They
so
didn't even
Yeah.
play
awkward.
it in the air tonight.
Yeah, that scene was like no sense. If this doesn't make it into the movie, it doesn't break it or make it. Like this, totally just for
Nah.
the fan service. What?
It was a setup so the grandpa can say, "I guess I'm not the only one that got laid last night."
You know, honestly,
Yeah.
you know the continuity thing you were talking about earlier, where it was
Mhm.
like she was supposed to kill him. When she said that, I thought that was the time she was supposed to kill him. That's
No,
how
no,
I
'cause-
that's how I made it in my brain, but maybe it's wrong.
No, because at that point, the daddy vampire wanted to convert the kids so that the mom would. So she couldn't kill him because he needed to be a
Yeah,
vampire.
that's fair. That's just what I thought as I was watching it, but
I got you. 20
But-
years, I got you.
yeah.
All right. So the scene that I want to talk trash about is like when the mom, or it's like a weird cringe scene. Is like the mom is they just get to town and she's walking around and she goes to the video store and she's like, oh,
She's so dumb.
I was like, why do they make it? Was such a weird scene. It's like, I need a job, or like, oh no, she says, you look like you need a job. Am I so desperate? Like, why is this so strange? Do you just like
'Cause
do
it's
that?
Bad writing and acting. That's why.
Yeah, it's like unnecessary. I guess that's why we show that he falls in love with her, or like he wants
He
her.
showed that she was a good mom because the little kid was lost, and so she's all like, "Let me help you find your mommy," and he's all like, this could be my bride. That's
Yeah,
it. That's all that is.
that scene was.
I didn't
the
say it
scene
was good,
garbage.
but it is
Yeah.
what it is.
But it was a bad scene. Anyway, and I forgot the other one. I think it must have been the sex scene because I was also like, what the fuck? But
The sex scene was the best, man. It's like, why is this here?
yeah.
So they could put it in the trailer.
What's
Yeah,
in the
there we
trailer?
go.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna imagine.
It
Okay.
probably was, yeah. What did you guys think? So this is a scary movie, right? Or it's supposed to be. What did you guys
Yeah.
think of the like parts that had a bunch of gore, like when they go and they kill? They've shown when they kill people, and they show like
Or the
actually
punks.
killing people at the fire pit.
They're killing the
do you
punks
guys
that
think of
listen to
this?
Aerosmith.
Yeah, what do you
At
guys
the
think about
bonfire.
that?
I thought that was out of place, honestly.
It was a little weird at the bonfire.
It just didn't fit the tone of the movie, in my opinion.
Right.
The other thing was
And
weird.
It,
But it's okay because they were killing Nazis. That's what they're credited as. Surf Nazi
Nah.
1, Surf Nazi 2.
I
so
did see that in the credits. Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, so it kind of like escalates, right? It's like a okay movie. Like there's boys be boys, hanging from the bottom of the railroad track, jumping down into, but then like all of a sudden like they turn into like these creatures, these vampires, and it's scary, man. The costume, and they just start biting, and then like blood's gushing everywhere. It's like what the fuck? It's
But that's like
rated
the
R movie, right?
That's like the vampire thing, right? You have to feed every
Yeah.
now and then too.
I didn't think it was scary at all. It just really felt out of place for me. That's all.
It was. The other thing that was out of place was when in the house scene when they kill the guy in the bathtub and the entire plumbing for the house blows up and there's blood, like way more
Everywhere.
blood than it's in a human body.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of falls under the pretenses that they showed up, because when they kill that dude in the cave, he just burst out as a fountain as well. It's like, whoa, look at all this black goo everywhere. And then before they kill the vampires, they're talking about like no vampire dies the same way. So, because one of them died with that way, the other one died with the thinking,
The explosion,
I guess
the
that's
one
true.
with the radio. Yeah, but I honestly thought it was too much. I was like,
Yeah.
It was
it was a
really out of
scary
place.
scene. It was scary when he came back from the water. They got me. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna come back up. But I still looked and I still got scared.
You can see it going down the drain too, though, like all the goo.
Yeah.
Just show it to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I
it's
get it.
I
I get
mean,
what you're
the toilet blew up. Come on, the water doesn't
saying.
flow
It
that
was
way.
That's
it
how you
was a
get
lot.
corona.
Yeah.
It's a little much. It's a little much. It's the 80s had that stuff, right? The goo. A
Yeah.
lot of those scary movies had that goo stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Out of place or too much. You know, you couldn't just like
'Cause-
flush them on the.
Yeah. But what about that dude that died by stereo, huh?
Wait, stereo.
He like
That one was
shoots him. And he's like, death by
shoots him with an
stereo.
air. Death by stereo. Yeah, that one exploded, right? So.
Yep.
And what about the final fight? The final fight with Michael and I forget his name. I should have written it down. But the main the guy that they're led to believe that is the main
David.
vampire, the blonde David. Yeah,
Yeah.
David.
You respect that man, sir. That's Kiefer Sutherland, all right?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying like the fight. It's a little weak, in my opinion.
You thought it was weak? I thought it was pretty good for the 80s. You're looking at it at those lens from now. Like for the 80s, it was kind of a cool scene.
Like
Yes.
like him flying around, slapping him in the face and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you could see them like clash in the air, and then they just start spinning. That was a kind of cool
Play
scene.
with the shadows a little bit.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Okay. I just thought like you kind of like they give you too many hints as to what's gonna happen, right? Like they keep going to like the stake, like the
Oh yeah, that's definitely
the,
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
that,
it was like they look at the camera pans over to the thing where they're gonna get stabbed, and the
Yeah.
camera pans back to them fighting, and then they're talking,
You're like, oh,
and they keep
okay.
going back and forth like, oh god, guys,
I see
okay, I
where
wonder
this
what's
is
gonna
going.
happen.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
what's gonna happen now. Gee.
Yeah,
So
but-
that's the stuff that I got. But I guess the fight was okay.
But then they stab him and they play that banger song. Thou shalt not lie.
I don't like that
I
song.
love that
but-
song, man. And then the light is very biblical, you know? It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
Jesus shit. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Where did the
And
light
you
come
just-
from? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows because you see him go away and he turns back into a human, but he's not. But then Michael is still a vampire. So
Everybody else
Well-
exploded.
what about that plot twist though? The plot twist. Did you guys expect the video guy to be the main Dracula or main vampire? I guess.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember my original reaction. So,
I mean, you were probably a kid.
yeah.
I did not expect it. I did not expect it at all.
I did, and then I went away. Originally, I questioned it when they were like, I was like, oh,
They're testing him.
isn't the Kiefer David the head guy? And then I was like, oh, that's too easy because then they're looking for the head guy. So I was like, is it him? And then they're testing him, and then it's like, oh, when he asked to be invited into the house, I was like, oh, he is. And then I kind of went away from it after that. So I thought they did a good job with that part of the storytelling. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
explain
I
more
didn't
like-
catch
sucker.
that. Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't catch the part where they invited him into the thing. Like I heard it, but I was like, why is he being so weird about it?
Why you being an
but I guess
actor,
it makes
dude?
yeah. So I guess it makes sense because they explained the rules. So
Yeah.
yeah, I did not see it coming.
See, man, you
I was
see,
like,
you
yeah.
talking shit, but like they're establishing all these things, man. There's
No,
cause and
I
effect.
I let my guard down because they were making everything obvious, so I let my guard down. So maybe that was the effect they were going for. It's like, oh,
Yeah, man.
they'll never see this coming. Yeah,
Well, I
but-
mean, they did basically explain it away. Well, you let me in, so it rendered you powerless. Ha 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 ha. Like, okay.
yeah, but man, the stamina of that guy, like 3 dates, like
Well,
And then, like,
half-dates.
half dates. But I mean, let's be real. Like if that happens to you, I'm kind of like piecing out on the first one. It's like this is not worth it.
Yeah, man. If I see my date just running out without saying anything, I'll be like, you know what? Ghosted.
Ghosted.
Yeah, but this guy's an
But they
immortal.
live-
He's been waiting for her.
It's true.
So
He's
he's
patient.
persistent. Yeah.
Patient. Yeah. So what else does he have to do? Go work at a video store. Yeah. But yeah, man, I would definitely recommend watching this movie. I don't know if you could watch. it's definitely if you're what is it called? Epileptic.
Yeah.
You do not watch this. You're gonna have an attack. I guess it's also an 80s thing, right? They do that flashing thing a lot.
Yeah. They didn't care
Yeah.
back
Yes.
then.
They didn't care. It's uncomfortable for me to watch that. So yeah, if you have that, don't watch this movie. You will have it. It'll be bad. But otherwise, recommended. Probably not with kid. It is rated R. There are some parts that are. I mean, Mexi watched it as a child, so I guess he's scarred for life. But yeah, it's one of those that it's for the most part it's fine, and then there's like a few parts that it's like, oof, you guys could have toned it down a notch.
You
But
guys want a fun fact?
yeah, what's up?
It's being rebooted very soon.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Was that your goal behind this?
No, it was not. It's something that I found out recently. I was like, oh.
Okay.
So
I don't know, man. I almost don't want them to reboot this because I don't know if they could be. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it because I'm curious now.
Hey, man.
If it doesn't have those weird, awkward pause, awkward lines like the grandpa with the last line of the grandpa, I was like, what the? I was so thrown off. I was like, what?
That
Maybe that's
line
just
was just there to let you know that people knew vampires were a thing. That's it.
But that's how the movie ends.
Yeah.
And then what's gonna happen with Star? What's gonna happen? Like,
They're peoples
are they
now.
together now? Are they together now?
Oh my god. Let me talk about this. Because this has bugged me for so long. And not just this movie, but just every single movie since I was born, where the main character has a love interest and then they just get together at the end of the movie. And I'm just always wondering what happened after? In this case, they're 20 something, right?
No, they're in high school, right?
No, that
No,
is the oldest high school student I've ever seen in my life.
but that's how they do it in the movies. They have 30-year-old people pretending to be in
guess.
high school.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm like, are they together forever? Is that what I'm led to believe? I want the rom-com after this.
Yeah, not enough material, man, to make a movie. But yeah, I don't know.
I guess.
And then the kid, does he go back to his parents? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's all too many things that I need to know. But anyway, that's it. I'm done with this movie. I probably
One more
thing.
thing. Do you see how that kid was complaining about leaving Phoenix to go to that place? Bro, were you have you been actually to Phoenix? It's hot.
Dude, I'd be so stoked.
Great.
Yeah,
Santa
he was like,
Clara?
let's go back to Phoenix. Yeah, you got a beach. It's nice
There's
weather.
trees that look nice.
Yeah, he's
This
like, I want
guy's
to go back to Phoenix.
What?
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix right now, man. I can't. I miss the trees.
I'm in
And
Phoenix
don't get me
now.
wrong.
It's alright. If I moved somewhere nicer, I would be like, fuck.
I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. There's plenty of parking, ample parking everywhere. Everywhere you go, you can park. I can take 3 rows, and it was still enough for everybody else to park. So much parking lot, man.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I know I've been here before, but after not being here for a while, it's like, what the hell? It's more parking lot than stores.
Is this convenience?
Huh?
You're is this convenience?
It just seems wasteful, but whatever, man. It's but yeah, that kid doesn't even know what he's got. Now, hopefully after that whole episode, he'll appreciate the house is wrecked. Maybe they'll have to move back to Phoenix.
Maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, all right. Well, I think we pretty much summed it up.
One more fun fact.
One more fun fact.
Bella from Twilight also moved from Phoenix to Bend or whatever it is.
Oh, Forks.
Forks.
Yeah, Forks, Washington. That's actually a 3-hour drive from where I live.
I'm just saying, if you're moving somewhere, you're probably going to from Phoenix to somewhere else. There's probably vampires there. That's
no, there you go. That's what you're saying. Okay, that's the connection right there.
Yep,
So
yep.
I've been wanting to go to that part of Washington because I've heard it's pretty nice. But it's quite a drive, 3-hour drive. into the middle of nowhere, basically. Forks is a small town.
The Edward.
Maybe.
Another fun
His-
fact: the vampire blood is also glittery in the Lost Boys.
Oh,
If you go
nice.
back and watch it when they're covered in blood,
Yeah, they
it's
just said
super
yeah.
glittery. So vampires are glittery in a lot of places. Insane.
I'm saying.
Same
Yeah,
universe.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Same universe.
Continuity.
Yeah.
Continuity. All right. And with that, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Oh, see ya.
Later.
Thank you for listening. If you like this podcast, please give us a star, heart, or leave us a review. You can follow us on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube at Pubstomp Podcast. That's PUBSTOMPOD cast. For more episodes, go to anchor.fm/Pubstomp. Music provided by 99 Lives. Credits are in the episode description.